Hello and welcome to our Saturday morning Chatty Scent Corner. So, guys, I have so much to share with you today because this week has been just ludicrous, okay? That is the perfect word, in my opinion. The amount of fragrances that were announced this week at Exxon's, and not just there, but just regular, right? Regular marketing, whether it was on Instagram, on Fragrantica, on Parfumo, like there were new fragrances announced everywhere. And let's not even talk about the brands that announced fragrances themselves. So today I am going to share with you quick updates, and those quick updates are information that has been shared with me, but that I just really can't share it all with you, but I do want to give you like a sneak peek of what's coming. So I'm going to do like a quick update just to let you know what's going on. And then I'm going to give you a regular new fragrance updates where I give you a bit more detail. And then, guys, I have a first impression for you because I just received this morning the entire Born to Stand Out Extraits Extreme. I think it's called, if I remember correctly, the Extraits Extreme collection, right? And I had told you that I had ordered some samples from Lucky Scent, and I did get them this morning. So today I'm going to give you my first impression, and of course I'm going to tell you which ones are my favorite and which ones are not, unless I just love them all. All right, guys, so let's jump right in because I have so much to share with you. But before we do, if this is your first time here, I'm Arahi, and I'm your fragrance concierge because I'm totally committed to creating the best fragrance experience for you. I upload videos multiple times a week, and on this channel, we love to talk about all types of fragrances. So if that sounds like the type of content that you're interested in, and like a good plan, then please consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget, leave a comment. Let's go, fam. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and jump right in. So I'm going to start, like I said before, with some quick updates. And the first one is that Electimuss has just launched a new fragrance. I think it just launched. Guys, I didn't have a chance to do like a total really like investigation around this fragrance. So I'm just letting you know that Electimuss has a new fragrance. I don't even know what this fragrance is about. I don't have the notes, but it's called Morocan Medjool, and I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, but it's definitely Moroccan. But the second word, Medjool, I don't even know what that is, guys, and I didn't have a chance to do my research. I apologize. That's why it's a quick update. The next thing that I wanted to let you know, actually, the next three things that I'm going to let you know about are updates that friends of mine in the industry have informed me of, but I'm not allowed to disclose everything that I know, but at least I can let you know that these things are coming. So guys, something new is coming from Byredo very, very soon. Very, very soon. And the only thing that I will tell you is, you know how we had a Mojave Ghost, and then we have Mojave Ghost Absolute? Well, there seems to be another Absolute coming, if you know what I mean. So yeah, we just don't know which one it is, but yeah. Anyway, so that's coming very soon. Now the next thing is that Bond number 9. Oh my goodness, guys. So you know what? I just did that video where I shared with you that Bond number 9 launched during 2024, guys, like 6 new fragrances or 7. And right now in May, they're going to launch 2 more fragrances, May and June, but there's 2 more fragrances definitely coming. So stay tuned for that. Then I was also informed that Amouage is launching a couple of fragrances between June and July of this year. Now, I am telling you all these things because, guys, there's so many fragrances coming out every day. We can't buy it all. So I figure that if I give you a heads up on the things that I'm finding out behind the scenes, you can save your coin. If you have certain brands that, you know, you're like non-negotiable, I'm getting their fragrances if I like them because that's a brand that I love. Well, I'm letting you know that these brands are going to have new releases very soon. So you may want to save your coin and not spend on everything else that's going on right now because wow, right? Okay, so those were the quick updates that I have in niche and in niche, right? So now let's go on to Middle Eastern. So in Middle Eastern, guys, did you know that Grandeur has launched 2 fragrances? I don't know if these are brand new 2025 releases or towards the end of 2024, because you never know with Middle Eastern fragrances. Sometimes they launch them, on the other side of the world, and then we're just here waiting. But what I can tell you is, guys, are you ready? So Grandeur has apparently launched a fragrance called Tempt Blanc. Tempt Blanc. And Tempt Blanc is supposed to be inspired by Kayali's Vanilla 28. And one of the fragrances that I am telling you I get asked about all the time is Vanilla 28. So yes, so I will be having that fragrance here on the channel. Actually, it's on its way to me, and I am so excited to compare it to my precious Vanilla 28. Let's see. Now, there's another one coming called Grandeur Tempt Scarlet. Grandeur Tempt Scarlet. Now, this one is supposed to be inspired by Kayali's Eden Juicy Apple. I'm telling you guys, we are just in for a ride this week. They have come aggressive this year. All of them, Western niche, Middle Eastern, designer, affordable, you name it. Everybody's coming for our coin. And the last quick update that I have for you is Khadlaj. Now, I know that many of you know about this next one that I'm going to talk about. This one is Fursan White. But I finally budged and I did pick it up. And it's because, you know what? I just found out that it's supposed to be inspired by a fragrance that I absolutely love, which is Matière Premier's Vanilla Powder. So, I'm a very curious person. I have to conduct my investigation and report back to you. I'm going to be comparing those 2 fragrances like I can't even tell you. Like white on rice. I am ready. I just can't wait to get my nose all over Fursan White and see if it's truly, if it truly measures up to Vanilla Powder, because to me, Vanilla Powder is an exceptional fragrance. So expect to see all of those on the channel very soon. All right, guys. So now let's move on to updates that will still be kind of quick, but not as quick as those, because I do have some information to give you on each. And I've had a chance to do my research and think about it and make some decisions in the process. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and start with the latest flanker from the Jean Paul Gaultier Scandal line. And this one is called Jean Paul Gaultier Scandal Intense. I am going to show you the chart where we're comparing like all of the flankers and the OG Scandal to this new one. So it seems that this new one will be more intense than the OG, but less intense than Le Parfum. So this one is supposed to be an amber floral. And I am so excited, guys, because to be honest with you, I am ready for the florals. I know many of you are ready for the florals too, but I am so ready for the florals. So I am definitely planning to pick this one up because I have to tell you, you remember that I picked up last year the Absolute and I just went bonkers over that, like obsessed immediately, right? And then I started to pick up all the OG and the flankers that were available because I fell in love with the fragrance. Well, I am going to pick up this one this year because I have a feeling that it's going to be really, really good. But let me share with you the notes. So the top note of this one is ylang ylang. In the mid, we have vanilla. And at the base, we have cardamom. That does sound like an amber floral fragrance. And I'm sure that there's an amber accord to it because it's an amber floral fragrance, but they're just not sharing it. But those 3 notes, so it's a yellow florals fragrance, which does make it different than the others for sure. It's not a gourmand. It's definitely a floral, and we've got some vanilla. And to top it all off, we have one of my favorite spicy notes, which is cardamom. So I don't know about you, but That one has my name all over it. I am planning to pick it up, so expect to see a detailed review here on the channel. All right, guys. So this next update, I tell you, I just don't even know what to do with some of these brands. So, okay. So I have brought to this video several times Creed with Fragaria, right? It's that strawberry fragrance that we've all been waiting for. It was launched like in the UK, and it hasn't left the UK. We can't get anybody to ship it to us. It's just very interesting, right? We've all been waiting for Fragaria. We have not gotten our hands on Fragaria, and yet here comes Creed with yet another launch. And this one is called Eladaria. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, but Eladaria. Now, this one is supposed to be exclusive for the ladies. So it is a feminine fragrance all the way, and it is a floral fragrance. Guys, I think we finally have entered the territory of florals, because I've given you a couple of updates today and they're all florals, but it's a floral fragrance, and it's supposed to launch in spring. Now, spring has several months, so I don't know what month that's going to be, but I am so ready for it. Now, I have been debating, do I really want to pick up this fragrance or not? Because, guys, I picked up Windflowers. So I have my Creed floral fragrance of the day. Plus, I still have Aqua Fiorentina, I think it's called, and a couple of other Creed fragrances that I've had for a long time that are florals. But this one sounds so different. So listen to these notes. So the notes of Eladaria are pink pepper, bergamot, and mandarin at the top. In the mid, it has powdery notes, lily of the valley, rose, and peony. And at the base, ambroxan. Fam, it has ambroxan. So if you're sensitive, forget about this, okay? Ambroxan, vanilla, cashmere wood, and musk. I think this is going to be a beautiful fragrance. I think it's going to open a bit fresh spicy, a bit citrusy, a bit fruity, and then it's going to go into that realm of the rose, because from all of the PR and the marketing stuff that I've seen for this fragrance, it's all about a fresh bloomed, crisp rose. And I am here for it. I am so ready for it. I really, really am. So let me just tell you. So in their words, this perfume reimagines the classic rose in a modern radiant composition, blending light and shadow, sensuality and freshness. In their words also, it's inspired by a paradisical garden at dawn. That sounds like a poem. That is all so poetic, like, ooh, like there's like a whole vibe, and like, I don't know, I hear like certain violins playing. I don't know, guys. This is going to be so interesting. But you guys know that Creed can be extra. And now they're in this new phase of like relaunching different things and revamping different formulas. I don't know. But all I can tell you is that if I can ever get my hands on Fragaria, I will pick it up. I still plan to pick it up. And Eladaria is definitely one that I'm going to add to my collection. So you can expect to see a review here almost as soon as they make it available to the US. All right, guys, so the next update that I have for you is a Middle Eastern fragrance. And this one is from Fragrance World. And if you're on Instagram, I'm sure that you've seen this reel many times, because it played, I don't know, all day, every day during this past week, like unbelievable. And this one is Creme of Clouds. Now, I have been looking for that fragrance and I haven't been able to find it anywhere so that they can ship it to me here in the US. But Fragrance World did reach out to me, which if you're watching, Fragrance World team, thank you so much. They reached out to me and they said that they wanted to send me some fragrances. I don't know what fragrances they're sending me. I hope that this is one of them. So I'm trying to be patient and not spend, because guys, at this rate, like, I'm not trying to go broke. So I'm trying to be patient and wait to see what they sent me, because it already shipped. I received a notification and I know it's several fragrances, but I don't know what they are. So I just hope that this is one of them. But let me tell you, so this one is supposed to be allegedly similar to Eclair, right? So that scent profile. But let me tell you the notes and we can make up our own minds, right? So at the top, we have, actually, it doesn't split it in top, mid, and base. So it just says notes: burnt sugar, whipped cream, vanilla, and coconut milk. So guys, I just want to know, do you guys think that we're not only entering the era of florals, but that we're also like in the era of coconut milk? Because the amount of fragrances, whether it's niche, Middle Eastern, or otherwise, that I have found lately with the note of coconut milk is mind-boggling. So we must be entering the era of coconut milk. But let me know if you've noticed that, or is it just me? But anyway, so I don't know, guys. I don't know if this is going to be truly a clear. You guys know that until I compare two fragrances, I don't like to start saying, well, it's probably going to be. No, no. When I receive the fragrance, whether they send it to me or whether I pick it up, you know, if they don't send it to me, I plan to pick it up. If I can get someone to ship it, right? I will be comparing it to Eclair, whatever else it reminds me of once I truly sniff the fragrance. So stay tuned for that. Okay, guys. So also from Fragrance World, we have another fragrance, and this one is called Nectar of Ecstasy. Again, I don't know if these fragrances were launched now in 2025 or was it at the end of 2024. All I know is that I just discovered them. So I figured I would come and share them with you. And if you know more about them than what I'm sharing, please let us know, because we just want the tea. I mean, really, we just want to know what they're about, right? So the notes of this one, oh, and this one is supposed to be an oriental floral fragrance. So yet another floral fragrance. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So at the top, we have acai berry and we have blueberry. Now, you guys know that whenever I find a fragrance with the note of blueberry, that used to be rare. I'm not even going to say that it's rare anymore because I don't know, but I've talked about like 3 blueberry note fragrances this week alone. So I guess the blueberry is entering its phase of stardom within fragrances. I don't know. But it has blueberry at the top, and then in the mid, it has freesia, lily of the valley, and then at the base, it has sweet notes, amber, and cedar. Honestly, those notes don't remind me of anything. I'm not going to try and guess until I sniff this fragrance. You know, it has not been reported that it allegedly was inspired by anything. So I am just looking forward to trying the fragrance. And by the way, I'm loving the bottle. I am loving the bottle. This yellow is beautiful. I am loving the whole aesthetic of this collection. So I really want to get my hands on it. So stay tuned. I will let you know if I find it and if I'm going to have it for a review. I have a fan member that I want to send a big shout out to today and thank her so much on behalf of all of us, right? Because she so kindly has been keeping me up to date of everything going on in Essence. And I know that she has a couple of Instagram accounts that, you know, that she uses to get this information. And she has disclaimed that she's disclosed that to me. She's told me which accounts these are. And I can't remember the names. But what I will do is I will put her profile name here so that you know which fan member so kindly provided certain information. Now, I'm only going to talk about one of the many fragrances that she sent me this week because she sent me, I'm not kidding you, like 8 different fragrances that are going to be launched and that have been announced at Essence. But when I went to find more details around each fragrance, there's no information. And I just don't use Fragrantica, guys. I have other ways. And believe me, I go out there, but the information is not available yet. So I don't want to come here and not have much to give you about the fragrance. So I'm just not going to touch that. What I can tell you though, is because there's some that are very important to me, is there are 2 brands that are launching some fragrances, guys. And I'm going to tell you right now, most likely I'm going to pick them all up because I love them. So the first one is Royal Crown. Guys, I absolutely love their fragrances. This is an Italy-based fragrance house. If you're not familiar with it, let me know. I can do a fragrance house spotlight on them because I own like 7 or 8 of their fragrances. I absolutely love them. And they haven't launched in a couple of years of fragrance. So I was very excited to see that. And I can't remember what the name of the fragrances are, but I just wanted to let you know. Now, the second fragrance house that's also going to launch some new fragrances, and it was just announced at Exxon's, is Bois 1920. Guys, have you ever tried their fragrances? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Absolutely incredible. My favorite is Framenti. Have you tried Framenti? And their bottles are just beautiful, the quality, everything. So I absolutely love them, and I can't wait. I can't remember the name of the fragrance that's being launched, but it's in a bottle that's absolutely beautiful. So thank you so much to our fan member. Another fragrance that this fan member shared with me, and this one has already launched, but it's in pre-order on their website. And by the way, have you guys noticed that? Like, many of these very high-end luxury niche fragrance houses are launching fragrances on a pre-order status. So you have to pre-order, and then they tell you that they're going to ship it like in 2 weeks or in a month, right? Like with Khadlaj, I pre-ordered, and it's not going to be shipped until March 15, but I ordered it a week ago, right? I pre-ordered it a week ago, which is fine with me. But that tells me that they're being careful with the amount of fragrances that they put out, right? Like, they want to see who's interested, and based on if you're interested or not, then they'll launch, you know, then they'll like send you the fragrance, or they'll produce that amount of fragrances. I don't know. What is your thought on that? Like, why do you think that they're doing that pre-order thing? But anyway, so the fragrance that we're talking about next is from Donna Karan. Guys, you know how I love Cashmere and Palo Santo, and the Tiara Flower one, and the Fig one. And this collection, the bottles are luxury, are heavy, are beautiful. The quality of the fragrance is unbelievable. So I am going to pick up this fragrance. And guys, hello, the price, $150 for what you get, 100 ml and exquisite quality fragrances. Oh, no, 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 no. I am telling you, if you have not tried a Donna Karan fragrance, please just here on the channel, go to the search bar and enter Donna Karan, and all of the videos where I've talked about all of these fragrances should pop up. Go to, I don't know, a store in your area that has them and sniff them, send for a sample, because when I tell you they are exquisite, like, I can't believe that it's still just $150, because all of the fragrances have gone up astronomically. And when I tell you the bottle is incredible, the quality of the fragrances is incredible. So I, bottom line, have the highest of expectations for this next one. And guys, the name of this one is Cashmere and Vanilla. Cashmere and Vanilla. Now, the favorite of mine from the first 4 that she launched is Cashmere and Palo Santo. And I've talked about that here on the channel 50,000 times. But guys, now it's Cashmere and Vanilla. Like, how do you top Cashmere and Palo Santo? I don't know how she's going to do that, but I am trusting that it's going to be incredible. So I definitely am pre-ordering it. And yeah, now let me tell you what the notes are. So at the top, we have pink pepper, apple, and then in the mid, we have jasmine and violet. And at the base, we have sandalwood, vanilla, and amber. You don't have to say any more to me. I am on board for this launch. I am on board. I am ready. All right, guys. So the last update that I have for you before going into my first impression of the latest collection from Born to Stand Out, the X-Straits Extreme, is a fragrance from the House of Oud. Now, guys, we haven't talked about the House of Oud here in a minute, since Guilty Crush. And I loved Guilty Crush. I really did. I really do. I really do. I still have it and I love it. But, you know, they have launched either 1 or 2 fragrances since then. And I decided not to pick them up because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I was just not motivated to pick up the fragrances, right? So I didn't do it. There's one that has like an evil eye on it, and it's a very beautiful bottle, very fun. But anyway, so this fragrance just launched, And yes, guys, it just launched and it's on pre-order status and sold only on their website. Yet another pre-order. You see what I mean? Like, why do you think they're doing that? Why do you think that everybody now is launching on their website and doing a pre-order and then telling you that you'll receive it I don't know when? I mean, it's fine. You got to do whatever you got to do, but I'd be curious to know why, because that's, you know, that's always happened, but not so frequent. Now it's really frequent, right? But anyway, so this new fragrance is part of the Crazy collection. Now, the Crazy collection is the one that has fragrances like Guilty Crush. You remember this? I mean, people may call this a crazy bottle, but I just think it's a design bottle. Like, it's a beautiful, you know, artistic piece, you know, to each their own. And then, of course, you know, Bon Bon Pop is part of the Crazy collection. And then my favorite from the Crazy collection, which is Wabi Sabi. I talk this one up so much here on the channel because this is totally different. Whew. This is an incredible, incredible fragrance, guys. Let me know if you were one of the fan members that picked up Wabi Sabi, or did you get a decant, or have you sniffed it? What are your thoughts? Because this one is my favorite, okay? Now, this one did launch as part of that collection. And the name of this one is L'Explicite. And I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, but I'm going to write it here. L'Explicite. And they say that it is pleasure of a forbidden fruit. And it has as top notes lemon zest, ylang ylang. So ylang ylang is in style too now, guys. In the mid, are you guys ready? In the mid, guys, it has banana bread. Banana bread. Now, if you've been with me for a while, you know that I am not into the note of bread. I don't like to smell like bread, but I think I'm going to have to make an exception because this is banana bread and I love a good banana note fragrance. But guys, this one has banana bread, and in addition to that, it has peanut butter and warm spices. So in the mid, it has banana bread, peanut butter, and warm spices. You know I'm going to get that fragrance. It's going to be a blind buy. It's going to be a blind buy. It's okay if I don't like it. You know, I'll declutter it or something. I don't know. Give it to my daughter if she likes it, a friend. But guys, that sounds incredible. Like, I don't think I have, I'm pretty sure I don't have a fragrance with the note of banana bread and then peanut butter. Oh, no, 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 no. That is coming to me. Then at the base, it has violet, amber, and fruity musk. Fruity musk. What is fruity musk? I mean, they wrote fruity musk, so it must be a fruity musk accord. Guys, I am so curious. So expect to see that one here on the channel very soon. By the way, how does that last L'Explicite fragrance from the House of Oud sound to you? Does that sound interesting to you too? Is that something that you would like to get your nose on? Like, what do you think? Had you heard about it? And what do you think about it? I don't know, guys, but I am really excited. So now, okay, I received these samples today. And you guys know my beef with a 2 ml sample. Guys, I just really do not enjoy the experience of trying to test a fragrance using a 2 ml. I'm just such a spray person. You know, like, I just like to spray and get it in the air, get it on my clothes, get it on paper, get it on my skin, get it in my hair, and just smell. And with the 2 ml, it's like, oh, I have to like be dabbing a little bit and a little bit. But these fragrances from Born to Stand Out, guys, let me tell you, I am not ready to give you a detailed review of these fragrances, but what I am going to tell you is that this is no joke. Guys, when I first removed the little cap of the 2 ml sample, I could smell the fragrance. Like, I had to put it away from me for a minute because it was quite a bit. Like, it is a powerhouse, okay? And those fragrances just arrived via the US mail, and it is freezing outside to the tune of like 20 degrees. Yes, guys, in Georgia, 20 degrees, right? So, and overnight it was like really, really low, lower than that. So these fragrances do need to sit, okay? Not macerate, guys. I'm talking about sitting as in settling, because they just went through the shipping process and they may be a bit unstable, so they need to settle. But I am too curious. So what I did is I took each vial and I opened it and I put it on a strip. Now, I'm going to share with you a little bit of footage so that you can see the process that I go through. Now, the strips, the test strips that you're going to see say the Harmonist on them, because when Ray visited me, he did come and he brought, like, I don't know how many packs of those testers. I don't know. I think he thought that we were going to test, I don't know, all of my collection. And then he just left me the caps, so the testers, so nicely and gracefully. So I'm not going to waste them. So I'm using them. So that's why you're going to see the Harmonist on them. But here's what I did with these little 2 ml samples. I dabbed each one on a tester, and I've been letting it sit there while I was putting my makeup on for filming, you know, allowing it to get to the dry down so that now I can sniff them with you, give you my first impression, and yeah, let's get testing. All right, guys, so here is how I'm going to do this. I'm going to share my first impression with you, and I'm going to start from the one that I liked the least and go all the way to the one that I like the most. Let me just start by saying, guys, that number one, please do not blind buy these fragrances. Oh no, these are not blind buy at all. That's the first thing that I can tell you. The second thing that I will tell you is the oud in them is real. The oud is real. Is it a refined and well done oud? We're going to talk more about that on each one, because each one differs in a bit, you know, on my nose. And number three, please, let's be fair and keep in mind that I just received these fragrances. So this is, you know, they really need to settle, right? So I'm going to test them properly again, probably in a couple of days. So by the time I, you know, come back to you with a detailed review, it'll be because, you know, I did some thorough testing with my little 2 ml vial. But anyway, okay, so let's go ahead and start. And I want to start first with, and are you ready? Because you're going to be shocked. Remember, I'm starting with the one that I like the least. And the one that I like the least, yeah. The one that I like the least is the Black Guava. Yes, I know you're shocked. I understand, because you guys know how much I love a guava note, but I'm telling you guys, this, it's just, to my nose right now, it's the way that the guava and the oud have been done together. So when I first sprayed this fragrance, it reminded me immediately of ArahiWorld Pink to Pink. The guava was so real. I was excited. You know, the guava doesn't smell synthetic to me, but to some of you, just like I told you with ArahiWorld Pink to Pink, to some of you, if you try this, you're going to tell me, oh, Arahi, that guava is so synthetic. It's not juicy. What were you talking about? Guys, it's not the guava. It's the mix of the guava and the oud, in my opinion. Okay? I pick up on the guava, juicy and clear, juicy, ripe, real. Now the oud. The oud here is more intense than the oud that you find in ArahiWorld Pink to Pink, because in ArahiWorld Pink to Pink, I told you, I don't even pick up an oud that's strong. But here, oh, this oud is real. And it has been combined with the guava, and it creates a very intense, it almost like amplifies that sharpness of the guava. So it opens very nicely, but as soon as you start to move in the olfactory journey, it's like a bit much. Now, you guys know that when I do first impressions with you, like when I've done hauls for you time and time again, especially Middle Eastern fragrances, right? I spray it on the tester and then I just stick it to my nose while talking about it. Well, I can't do that with this one because that's how strong these fragrances are. So just keep that in mind. So Black Guava, I'm sorry, is the one that I like the least. The next one that I like the least is Black Mango, okay? Now, Black Mango is not like, Black Guava to me is like, I mean, if I'm honest with you, I'm not liking it. I'm just not liking it, right? Right now, I'm not even liking it. It's not a dislike, but I'm just not liking it. Now, Black Mango, I know I'm going to have to try on skin, because right now, the Black Mango opens with a very juicy, very ripe, real mango, but then it becomes a little bit weird. And I don't know what is that weirdness that I picked up, because I've only had it on this, for a couple of hours or whatever. So I really want to try it on skin, right? And I want to make it justice. So just be patient with me. Just know that this one is one that I am liking, but it's not a love yet. Oh no, it's not a love. I am liking it though, but it's not a love. Not a love means that, no, I'm not just going to go and order the bottle. And I am so glad that I just didn't order this entire collection. I am going to pat myself on the back for that, because I was ready. After the last Chatty Scent Corner last weekend, guys, I was ready to just order that whole collection from just talking to you about it, okay? But I'm so glad I didn't. Please do not blind buy these fragrances. You've got to test them on skin. Black Mango. Now the next one for me would be Oud Candy. Guys, Oud Candy. Oud Candy is a love. I am going to get this fragrance, believe me. I have not tried it on skin yet, but from the moment I lifted that little 2 ml cap and I sniffed what came out of there, it was an immediate love. This oud has been done exquisitely, and I pick up on all of the notes that have been disclosed, and it is just beautiful. Have I really experienced the entire olfactory journey? Probably not, because again, number one, I haven't tried it on skin, and number two, I haven't sat down and just given myself all the time in the day to really experience this fragrance. But just from the opening of the fragrance and this dry down that I'm getting right now, Oud Candy is coming home, because this is perfection. All right, guys. And of course, now, obviously, the top one from this collection for me is definitely Purple Stain. Guys, I am fanning the test strip. And when I tell you, I can get this fragrance clearly, like really strong, guys, like really, really strong. Let me tell you, this is the one that was done by Jordi Fernandez, and oh my goodness, he did this. He did this. I am in love with this one. I know I'm going to be obsessed with this one. This one is also coming, because this is incredible, guys. This one is fruity, airy, boozy. Am I picking up that wine note that they talk about when I say boozy? No, not necessarily, but honestly, I think I'm picking up like a sort of kind of like grape note of some sort, but I don't know if it's the wine. I don't know, but this is just amazing. This is like nothing. When I tell you nothing that I've ever sniffed in all of the years that I've been sniffing fragrances, which is since I can remember, and I am telling you, I must have this in my collection. This smells so sophisticated. Ooh, and so different and opulent. Oh my goodness, this is just perfection. This is not a gourmand. I know it has the note of wine, and we talked about that, but this is not a gourmand. This to me smells, when I tell you, just beautiful. I highly recommend that you get your nose. If there's one sample that I highly recommend that you get, is Purple Stain, followed by Oud Candy. The mango I'm still on the fence about. And the guava, I'm going to give it a try on skin, because you never know. But yeah, it's just really not doing it for me. Anyway, guys, so let me know about any of these fragrances, if you have heard about them, if you've tried them, anything that you want to let me know. I just love to hear about what you guys are thinking while I do this kind of video, because for me, these are so much fun. I just get to sit here and talk to you about all of the things that I've been looking into to then decide what to bring to you. So anyway, guys, as always, have an awesome Saturday and a great and blessed weekend. And thank you so much for hanging with me today. And I will see you all in the next video.